Welcome back to the Mind Body Project. Thanks for taking a little time to join me today. 2023 is coming to an end. And for this season, season 3 of the Mind Body Project, we are wrapping up a third season. What a great year for the Mind Body Project. Can't believe we're on finishing our third season of the Mind Body Project when it took me so many years to actually turn on the mic. This year, I decided to turn on the camera as well. So we got to put it on YouTube and audio. And I want to share as we wrap up this year and start into the new year and coming up just a few weeks. This will be the last episode for 2023. And kind of share about, if you're watching us on YouTube, why did that start? And every year I pick a word that will drive my intentionality for the year. And this year's word was ignite. I originally started with the word start. I thought, well, start, it's good, but it's not. When I think of ignite, I always think of like lighting a stick of dynamite. You ignite it. And there's sparks flying and there's some power behind it. And so that's what drew me to the word ignite, is that spark and that power. And because of Ignite, I started doing video, started putting the Mind Body Project on YouTube. Because of that word, I thought I need to start it. I need to get it going. Along with the word Ignite, it also started my other podcast, which is My Hometown, which is all about my hometown of Bowie, Texas. Same thing, I recorded, I do a video and put it out. And because of that word, and there's so many other things that were started in 2023 for me because of my word ignite. Every time I thought, I don't want to do that, I don't want to start that, I think of my word ignite. How am I going to start that? I'm going to start with power. I'm just not dabble in it, I'm going to get it going. And that is what happened so many times over and over in 2023 because of my word. And if you're watching us on YouTube and watching on video, that you are watching it because of a word. Because of a word that drove my intentionality. If you go watch My Hometown, if you go listen to My Hometown, that was also driven by a word, an intentional word, intentional decisions. We've had some great guests on this year from mental health awareness. We did the first of the year to different entrepreneurs, to just an array of conversations, and a lot of topics that I covered over the year that my goal was to make you think a little bit, because the Mind Body Project started a few years ago. This is our third season. We're coming to a close, and it was because the Mind Body Project is really all about a construction zone. Our mind is a construction zone. We tear it down so we can build it up again. And we tear it down and we'll build it up better. Tear it down, build it up better. And my goal each episode is to help you add construction to your mind. Maybe there's some things you need to tear down. Maybe there's some thoughts, there's some perspectives that you have that need to come down and build new ones. Maybe there's some tools that are provided over this past year, over the past several seasons, that have helped you change your mental attitude, your mental thinking, your mental construction zone. Because it needs to be always changing. It needs to be, we need to be working on, just like the Mind Body Project is also about physical, changing our physical being. But so many times we focus so much on our physical being that we neglect our mental health, our mental well-being, our mental construction, our mental reps. It's easy to move a weight around and add resistance to our body. But how often do we add mental resistance? How often do we add that resistance that makes us go, man, I really grew mentally. There's so many situations that now I've been able to handle differently because of my mental growth, because of my mental workouts, because of my mental reps, because of my mental sets. And if you look over this past year and you're not saying that, that you didn't grow because of your mental reps, your mental set, your mental weights that you might need to go back and revisit some of those things, because there should have been some growth this year. In some way, mentally, there should have been some growth. And if there hasn't been, 2024 is right around the corner. 2024 is a great time to start that. It's a great time to say, what's my word for 2024? What word is going to drive my intentionality? And my word, I always look back over my year and say, okay, what is it that I maybe want to work on a little bit more in the coming year? What is something that I kind of neglected this year, or I wasn't as strong at this year? I need to work on that. And that's usually my word for the coming year. It takes some time. It might take a month, may take several months of tossing words around, thinking about it. What will I do? What will my word be? But it should be so strong that when you say that word, it drives your intentionality. So I encourage you, if there wasn't the growth that you wanted to happen over this past year, if there wasn't enough, there wasn't as much, or if there wasn't any, then start looking through the words that would fit for 2024. Because my goal is to meet you where you are. In other words, you can take the information, the things that you hear, the words that I speak on the Mind Body Project, and take those and apply those to your life wherever you're at. Because everything, no matter where we're at, can be applied. If I tell somebody, hey, you need to start working out, it doesn't mean they need to start working out with a 100-pound weight. Maybe they need to start at the 1 pound. Maybe they need to start at the 5 pound. But there's a weight there that you can start with. There's a tool there that you can start to use and start to use for growth. And the same is true with physical weights. The same is true with weights for our mind. So to wrap up 2023, a great year. So many things happened this year. I'm really pleased with the way the year went. I'm looking forward to 2024. In 2023, the last month of 2023, I'm already planning for what some of those things will look like in 2024, getting January already rolling. So the first week in January doesn't come, and I go, oh man, a week's already gone by. Oh, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the whole month went by and I didn't get anything done. And so many times we do that. So I encourage you to start getting that planned out now. The last couple of weeks of December, we like to sometimes coast. But that's really a time to start getting ready for the new year. And I'm with you. Sometimes we don't want to. We don't want to do that. We don't want to get ready for the new year. We're like, man, when January 2nd rolls around, I'll get on it. I'll start that. But we really want to hit January 1st, January 2nd with our feet moving. The ball is already rolling when we hit the ground. We're not standing there trying to figure, okay, what direction do I go? We come in, but that takes planning now. That takes planning the next couple of weeks to hit the ground running come January 1st, January 2nd. And as now I'm planning, what some of the things for the show will look like, what some things for me personally will look like, for my business will look like. So I'm already planning those and starting to put those in place and schedule those things now. So I'm not scrambling to come January 1st and 2nd, and I'm not losing the whole month of January. Well, I got a whole year, but if we're not careful, we only have 11 months. And we're really not probably doing much in December, so we're only going to have 10 months. So planned right, we can get everything we can out of 2024. So I encourage you to do that. Start planning, getting ready to hit the ground running. Thank you so much for joining me for the third season of 2023 for the Mind Body Project. I hope you left with some great thoughts, some applicable tools that you could take away and put in your life right away. And I encourage you, if you haven't caught all the episodes this year or the last couple seasons, I encourage you to catch up. We have a few weeks before the Mind Body Project, another new episode comes out. It'll be in January when our next episode comes out. So I encourage you to have plenty of time and use this time as a growing season, not a coasting season. Grow the next couple of weeks. Don't coast the next couple of weeks. Grow. And so that way, come January, you're ready to start flourishing in your growth in the last couple of weeks of 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. And as I tell my wife Kim every night before I go to bed, it's Ball in the Ninth, double A, out.